It's important to know that whatever you eat, most of what you eat is actually seasonal. So some of it will grow better in winter and some of it will grow better in summer and spring. So it's important to know your climate and what will grow well in your climate at that time. So recently someone said, Candy, what is it that you like to grow during winter? So that's what this video is going to do. It's just going to show you 3 things that I love to grow during winter. So simple, easy. I love my broccoli. That should give you a bit of a hint, broccoli. But that's the thing, you need to know what will grow in your seasons where you live. One of my favourite crops to grow in winter is broccoli. And what we can see here is, you can see sitting in my aquaponics system, nice, strong, healthy stalks. It's a cold weather plant, and we can see they're going to have the heads forming down in here, which is awesome. Now, a lot of people don't know that you can actually eat the leaves of the broccoli plant. Now, I've had some pests here that's been a grasshopper that's been chewing away at that. I have a couple out the front here. But they need cold weather. Broccoli plants need cold weather, and it needs full sun and lots of water. So now that we've got nice, super strong stems, which we can see right through there, through here, super strong stems, that's going to be forming the head. Now, once the head of the broccoli plant forms and I cut that off, I'm actually able to then cut the stem again into 4, and that'll give me another 4 heads growing. But we're not ready for that yet. We've still got a little while off for that. But growing in my aquaponics system, the broccoli is growing so much faster than what it would be growing in the soil gardens. Off the ground means we're away from pests, though I'm sure rats could probably find their way up here if they wanted to. But broccoli plants and, a lot of the brachias, so your cauliflower, I love growing them too. I don't actually have any in at the moment, but cauliflowers and cabbages, they are wonderful to be growing in winter. Check out the description to find some more information about aquaponics and how you can move forward and get this happening. Another of my favourite plants to grow in winter is the coriander or cilantro. Now, you either love it or you hate it. It's one of those things. I love my cilantro or coriander and I love my basil, but they are different seasons. So coriander is a winter cold time of the year plant. It is growing, it smells divine. And I love growing it. When it's summer, I cannot grow this. It needs full sun, but it needs to be in a cold weather. So I grow it inside where I can moderate the temperature and keep it nice. You can see I have another plant over here and another one here. One of the perfect things about coriander or cilantro is that you can actually freeze it in oil, obviously in the freezer, and have it year round. You can also dry it. So you can grow it in one season and have it for the rest of the year. You're not going to be able to have it fresh, but you will still be able to have it. So this is one of my favourite things to be growing in winter, and I do grow as much of it as I can so I can store it. But as I said, I do tend to grow it throughout the year. I just grow it in... And we're at snow peas. I absolutely love my snow peas, and they only grow in winter time. Let's see, what can I tell you about snow peas? They need full sun and they need something to climb up. So you can see what's happened is that this plant, part of the plant has started to creep up, and we can see how it's hanging on with its tendrils on the wire, but part of it has not gotten there and it's just draped over the aquaponics system. So I can gently connect it up there to have it grow, because it will grow up nice and tall. They need full sun, which is wonderful, but it's very important. We don't want to be damaging these tendrils, because that is what will grip onto the wire. Okay, so do be careful to not damage your plant. They are very delicate. And let's see, more over here, doing the exact same thing. You can eat the leaves from your snow peas straight like this, but if you start taking and pinching them off the top, it's going to stunt the growth of the plant. So if you're going to go and grab some leaves, grab it from the side and down the bottom, like down here. Yum. Straight into the mouth, delicious. So I have, tastes just like snow peas. Side note there. So I grow these in winter, and I do tend to grow as much as I can. I then freeze them, blanch them, and freeze the actual snow peas themselves. but I will eat this throughout the winter months. I live in a subtropical area, so I really only get chance for one crop, though I do have some seeds germinating inside at the moment to see if I can just grow a few more here and in another section. But snow peas are one of my absolute faves to grow in winter. We can see my aquaponics system as from the distance here. This is when I'm just making it look a little bit more pretty. But this is where I've got a lot of my winter growing happening. And look at the growth of everything. You know, I've just shown you I've got the cilantro, we've got the broccoli, and I've got the snow peas at the back. All growing super, super well. And it's getting good sunlight here. So, in a small little area, and if we drop back, you know, this is 1.5 meters wide, not quite 1 meter wide, and 1 meter tall. I've got 2 broccoli plants, 4 cilantro, and 6 snow pea at the back, as well as Brazilian spinach up the back here. And the reason I can grow more in my aquaponics system than what I can in the soil gardens, you're always limited by the amount of fertilizer that's in that soil area, right? Because it's not moving, it's staying still. The aquaponic system, the fertilized rich water from the fish comes up from the bottom and comes into this grow bed, which is where all of our veggies are. But what happens is the water that's filled with fertilizer goes through, passing through all of the roots constantly. So that means that I can put more plants in small spaces, which is absolutely fantastic. In a soil garden, I can't have plants this close together. There's not enough fertilizer. But in the aquaponic system, because the water's able to, you know, move its way through all of those rocks, I can grow so much more, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's get a bit of a side view. You can see, yeah, I'm building a frame to make it look a bit more pretty. But I can grow so much more in a small space. Another one of my favorites. Most people only grow this. This is Bok Choy in winter because they need the cold weather. But I actually grow it all year round in my turtle aquaponic system. So I've got my turtles down there. And their waste, just exactly like the fish aquaponics, provides the fertilizer for my bok choy. Now the reason I grow my bok choy inside is they are really prone to getting pests, to be eaten alive by the cabbage moth. So I've not had a whole lot of success in growing them outside without them being ravished by the cabbage moth. So I tend to grow mine inside year round, which is awesome. And as I've mentioned, in subtropical area, this is not something that grows easily outside, only for a couple of months. And I tend to like it year round. So I grow this indoors, but it's another one of my favorites to actually grow. And, you know, their waste grows my food. And yes, I do have a grow light on because it's indoors, so that needs to make sure we've got the right spectrum happening there.